Frame 6. That's a double for Stu Williams.
Yeah, time for Williams to get in on the act. 2 in a row. Feel a lot more happy about that. Well, the situation's still not particularly great at the moment for Team Europe. 21 pins adrift. And Bill O'Neill has shot 4 strikes out of 5 so far.
And it's another strike for Bill. USA going well here in this final, well, scheduled singles match. Captain's pick match up to come, of course, but we don't know the identity of the protagonists in that particular encounter.
4 strikes out of 5 for Bill O'Neill, 4 in a row, and that lead remains 21. Chris Barnes, the USA captain, very happily looking on at the moment, knowing that all of his players are pretty much lined up on this lane. Williams for 3 in a row. Oh, and it's just hurried on. The ball sat up to the pocket, just waiting to hook, and it didn't. It sort of went straight on now. Whether some oil was carried down into that pocket, just couldn't get the hook he wanted, and it's left the 2-pin and the 10-pin. Just watch this. It's just wide. It's fighting to get back up the hill to the pocket, and it doesn't make it. Leaves the 2 and the 10. It's a makeable spare. It's probably only a 3 or 4 to 1 shot.
No, open spare. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And are we looking at the 4th straight singles victory for the USA? Stu Williams has got to dig in deep here.
And what do you think Bill O'Neill's going to do here? He's absolutely going to jump on that open frame from Williams and probably bury another one right in the pocket. Or, or failing that, bowled a terrible shot, and it's gone in the Brooklyn side. It's hit the head pin. It didn't mix anything up, and he's very fortunate here just to leave a single pin standing. Now watch this one. Left off his hand. He looks down with disgust, and look at the reaction in the back end there. Just leaves the 3-pin standing, and that's very fortunate. If he can make a spare here, it's a bonus because Williams has had the open frame. Change of ball here for the spare. He comes out with a trusty old sanded ball. Takes the spare away, which is good enough, I'm afraid.
Can afford that in the circumstances, the way this particular match is progressing. Not to the delight of the European onlookers, it has to be said.
Well, O'Neill's clean so far. He's not looking very happy because he's had a couple of wayward shots, but it's enough to retain the lead.
Frame 8, and Williams leaves 3 standing, and this is slipping away from Team Europe.
Almost identical ball there. Ball got to the pocket and just went straight on. Didn't turn up. No reaction there, the back end. It can only be perhaps a little bit of oil that's either on Williams' ball or has gone right in that area of the 1-3 pocket. Use the 2, the 4 and the 8. Tricky little spare. Well covered by Williams, but it's only a spare. Spank the Yanks, it says on that man's stomach. Well, it's the Yanks that are doing the spanking just at the moment. O'Neill trying to set himself up for another victory.
Another strike. That was clean. That was well delivered from Bill O'Neill. And we're looking, aren't we, at a 4-1 advantage for the United States.
Yeah, well, the other guys on the team are looking quite happy. Bill O'Neill got some great reaction in the back end there. Right in the pocket where Williams' ball went straight on, O'Neill's ball hooked up violently and carried all 10.
So here's Stu Williams. Foundation frame time. That 10-pin left standing, and he doesn't like this at all.
Not the happiest of games for Stu Williams here. Fortunate to break up those pins and just leave a single pin. He could have had the 2 and the 10-pin split yet again. Trying to stay clean on a spare, but his score reduces even more. He has got 3 strikes. He's got 1 double. Unfortunately, he's got a big open frame which sort of negates that double. He's struggling here to make a 200 game. Bill O'Neill's just going to keep the ball on the lane, keep clean for a couple of frames, and the victory will be his.
There we go, no doubting it, safe as houses. Bill O'Neill is the real deal, and the United States are extending their lead in the opening session of Weber Cup 14.
Yeah, he's not the happiest man in the world, but he's bowled a reasonable game and he can still hit 259. How about that? Not bad for a bad game, but that's if he strikes out. But yeah, he's just sign out there. He's struck in frame 8 and 9, which was really important, and it will be victory. He's already gone through the 200 barrier.
There's Stu striking, but he knows too little too late.
Yeah, change of ball in the 10th frame. He's got nothing to lose. He's balled a great big green beast out and decided to throw that one. It's worked nicely for him, and he'll be learning something from this for the future games, no doubt. He's got 2 more shots in the 10th. Just bowling for a little bit of pride here. It's below par for him. He'll be very disappointed.
That's more like it.
Well, as you said, Andy, maybe just a little bit too late. But if he can finish in style, it will give him confidence to go on for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, there is such a long way to go. First at 17 points, remember, in this Weber Cup format. Trying to win with a turkey here, and he gets it, does Stu. Well played, sir.
Scores 204. Well, not the best score. He'll be disappointed, and the point has gone USA's way, so just a bit of soul searching to do there, but he'll be back.
Yeah, 199 current score for O'Neill, so this is sewn up. Leaves the 2 standing there.
Well, it just goes to show that Bill O'Neill can leave a 2 and a 10 pin as well.
Yeah, no wonder Chris Barnes is all smiles here. Likewise, Mike Fagan. Tommy Jones a little bit more difficult to read.
Well, that's good enough. The game was won before he bowled. It's a score of 225 against 204.
And crucially, in terms of the overall score, it is now Europe 1, the United States 4. It's a clean sweep so far in the singles for Team USA. So, having won the opening Baker match, Europe have now lost 4 on the spin. Bill O'Neill overcoming Stuart Williams there. Let's see who Tony's talking to, presumably one delighted American.
Thanks, yes, well done, Bill. You guys are striking so much at the moment. Europe is struggling to get back into this, aren't they?
Yeah, you know, Stu bowled a pretty good game there the first 5 or 6 frames and couldn't get much going, and it loosened me up a little bit. And, you know, I threw some really bad shots in that game, but all the other ones were pretty solid, so I'm hoping to build on that for the rest of the weekend.
Now, you and I have chatted up here before, and you've said that, you know, because you enjoy this event so much and you want to do so well, it does take a bit of loosening up for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is by far the best start I've ever had in this event. The last couple of years have been quite an adventure, to say the least. So for me to get out and actually hit the head pin twice in the Baker game and bowl a decent game here, you know, it definitely helps boost confidence.
Now, we've got the captain's pick coming up next. We're really looking forward to that. The captain's pick the bowler on the opposing team. How does it work in your team? Is it just Chris who picks on his own, or do you have a kind of team meeting and discuss what you want to do? Yeah,
Chris is a pretty selfish guy, so usually he kind of goes sits in a dark place and you know, picks whoever he wants. He doesn't usually consult us.
Well, we'll ask him about that in a sec. Well done. Thanks very much indeed. There you go. Another good win for Team USA. And they are now 4-1 up. Coming next, the players will be nervously awaiting the captain's picks. Coming up after the break.